our hips a little bit. So find yourself kneeling. If you need something underneath your knees, please put padding or double your mat. We're gonna take our left foot out to the side. So when you have your heel aligned with the knee and just opening it out. So the knee is above the heel and have your hands onto your hips for a moment. Now let the left hip lift up and lower down. Just a couple times, up and down. Now hold the hip down. Watch out that you don't lean into the right. So imagine on the side of the right is a wall and you have your shoulders above that wall. Good, and now keep that wall as you let the left hip go down. Good, now keep your shoulders over the hips as good as you can. Place your left hand onto the top of the knee and push the knee away as you still stay on the wall. So your hip stays on the wall, the knee pushes out. Watch out that you keep the left hip forward and now back. So if your knee needs to be forward to maintain the hip forward, do so. Otherwise, find your panel and then breathe into that. Pushing the knee forward and feel the opening through that. Good. We hold it for 10, 9, and you can do that at home for up to a minute each side. We just do a little bit shorter. Good, and then we're going to relax that and do that on the other side. You're going to take the heel aligned with the knee, travel it out, have the knee aligned with the heel on the bottom, place your hands on the hips and then lift the hip and lower the hip a couple times. Then let the right hip drop down, find your wall on the left side. Good. Keep the right hip forward, keep your alignment with the shoulder and hip, and then push away with the right knee. Again, it's not leaning in towards it. You stay with the wall and you push it away and really feel the deep opening to there. So you're not seeing much. Watch out that you don't arch your back and push the hip forward. So keeping that pelvis really tucked under and you keep constantly working on it. So once you have that pose, you keep pushing the knee away, tucking the pelvic, keeping the right hip forward, keeping the shoulders on top. Good, and then gently release that. Nice, bringing the knees underneath your hips. And then as you exhale, round the lower back, curl the pelvic, just lean gently back, and then lift back up again. Good, just a couple times, let the hips move for 3 and 2. You should feel it in the quads, and 1. Good, then we're going to go sideways. I'm going to step forward with my right foot. Good, so you have the right heel again underneath the right knee. You have your hip aligned with the knee. Then you're going to tuck the pelvis a lot, really tuck it under. I mean, when you tuck it, you already should feel a stretch in the front side of the left. Then hold that tuck and just slightly lean a little bit forward. And then return. Now if you want to add in towards it, go ahead and take that right foot laterally out to the side. Good. Then find that pelvis tuck again. So the knee should not hurt. If that putting the foot out hurts the knee, bring it back in. Hold that tuck, lean a little bit forward, watch that the knee doesn't go over your toes. Now maintain that, stretch the arms out, external rotate the shoulders. Maintain that, and then very slightly turn towards the bent knee. So from me to the right. And then push away to that left arm as you hold that tuck, and you should feel a stretch feeling down there. So there you're opening your psoas and your rectus femoris. And slowly center and relax. Good, you do that leg. And do it in the front, facing you now. Good, so placing your other foot in front of you, that would be your left then. Having the heel aligned with the knee. Good. If you can, the foot would go slightly out. Good. Then hold that, pelvic tucked under, tuck it in, find that scoop. Good. And then hold that and external rotate it. Maintain that and lean a little bit forward as the pelvic is still tucked. That is the key. The knee in the front is, that's where you slightly turn and see, it's very small. And then that leg that's behind that arm, you're going to push forward and breathe into that stretch for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and slowly return. You can do each side for 30 seconds. Okay, then let the knees open and just sit back and let the pelvis round and stretch. Let it just move again. Good. So I hope these two moves helped you a little bit and you feel a little bit looser.